So how do you approach the whole crazy challenge of raising kids with wealth?
It's definitely not easy, and it's amplified in New York City. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I I think we've done as best as we can do, and we could have done, but it's about, you know, unlike most of, I think, our kids' friends who have often, they tell us that they have unlimited budgets and credit cards and things like that. Our kids don't. So they, have to live within their means.
Mhm.
Obviously, when they're with us, they have, nicer experiences, nicer
Mhm.
hotel rooms, but we've always tried to tell them that this is life is much better when you learn how to earn
Mhm.
the things that you have.
Are you open with them about what the family has financially?
For the most part, I think they've read enough, they're old enough to
Mhm.
know, but they also, I think, are have a front row seat to how we decide to spend that
Mhm.
money. Right? We're not we're I'm a hermit. Like I'm a homebody, right? Like I enjoy being home and creating spaces that are cozy and warm and
Mhm.
traditions and things like that. So they see how we spend our money on experiences
Mhm.
and family, right?
Mhm.
We're not extravagant people.
So I found that there are two schools of thought on this. Some people are saying, including lots of professionals in the space, are saying it's extremely important to start training children on how to manage wealth and prepare them psychologically to having to deal with wealth in the future. While there is another school of thought where many entrepreneurs belong to, which is absolutely not. Kids need to be hungry, they need to experience this hunger, and they need to go and earn their own money, even if we know that we are leaving enough for them. So, which school you feel you belong to, if either?
The latter. We want our kids to earn it themselves,
Mm-hmm.
even if there's a small parachute at the end that we will help them with. I think that people in general who earn their keep
Mm-hmm.
and understand, again, it's about the struggles, right? And the failures, living with uncertainty, no learning kind of financial literacy,
Mm-hmm.
right? I think those are really important skill sets
Mm-hmm.
that provide a lot of confidence as you grow and go through changes, especially in life with careers. If you lose jobs, have to find new jobs, when big stressors happen,
Mm-hmm.
it's important to know that you can count on
Mm-hmm.
yourself and you have those skills. So we strongly believe in that.
So, a common argument against this school, which, by the way, I also belong to, the common argument is that we may be kind of setting up our kids for failure, because if they, at some point, suddenly have to manage money and they don't know how to do it, and we supported their entrepreneurial mindset, they may have the problem, which, as I'm sure you know, is very common for post-exit founders, when it's so hard to switch from entrepreneurial thinking into investors thinking. And so many people lose money because entrepreneurial mindset is so different from investors' mindset. What would you say about that? Because you did go through this transition yourself successfully.
I like a lot of stuff. Kass asked the important questions. And part of in being a good investor is trusting your gut both ways. So I can look at any deal and give 100 reasons why it won't work.
Mm-hmm.
The question to ask isn't why will it not work? What happens if it does work?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, Uber, it's not going to work because they don't have licenses. They're not going to be able to hire drivers. They're going to be categorized as employees. There's no way that you can employ thousands and thousands of people as drivers and manage them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they pull it off, they can be one of the largest transportation companies the world has ever seen, right?
Mm-hmm. I think this argument that people who belong to the other school of thought about kids often make is it's very hard for kids to then suddenly be in a position to have to manage their own personal wealth if we don't prepare and train them to do that as opposed to being entrepreneurs.
So everything Kass said about how we approach money and kids, we're on the same page, right? I mean, how could we not be? It's one of the most important things. And we have prepared them, and we've prepared them because we have the head of our estate, who's my brother, who's a money manager, who set up the trust, who knows everything about it, who, if God forbid anything happens, will be there to steward them and teach them. And we have backup plans for that, right? At the end of the day, it's very hard to teach people concepts, especially your kids who naturally tune you out, right? At least our kids do. So you can talk, but the only way they're going to learn is through modeling of behavior.
Absolutely.
How can you model behavior?
Absolutely.
And I think we've modeled ethics, we've modeled hard work, and we've modeled practicality in a way that we hope they have a foundation that they'll take forward regardless of our involvement with their life.
I do agree. And I think they're well prepared while also knowing that their life is going to be about earning it.